Welcome to our painting adventure with the Dwarven Brew Crop Farmers. We dive in with black primer, a vital foundation that ensures vibrant colors and preserves details, ensuring that every hue we choose will stand out against the darkness. As we venture into painting the skin, we lay the groundwork with matte brown. This initial step is like sowing the fields before the harvest, preparing the vibrant life to come. We're setting the tone for the natural lifelike appearance. This is where our miniature starts to gain its character. We enhance the skin with Gugman's glow, enriching our base with warmth and depth. This layer acts as the sunrise on our figure, revealing the intricate details beneath. Mixing Gugman's glow with basic skin tone, we start highlighting, illuminating the highest points like the sun's rays touching the earth, bringing the skin to life with each brushstroke. With precision and care, we start painting the farmer's shirt, choosing khaki as our main color. This choice is the first step into bringing our farmer's daily life into vivid detail. We bring dimension to the shirt with a 50-50 mix of khaki and deck tan, highlighting the folds. This technique carves out the play of light and shadow, adding depth to his garment. The skirt emerges from the shadows with a base of black-gray. This color sets the stage for a play of light that will soon follow, hinting at the fabric's texture and flow. Light touches the skirt as we blend black-gray and dark blue-gray for our first highlights, tracing the path of light across the fabric, guiding the viewer's eye through its folds. With dark blue-gray, we define the skirt's highlights, following the fabric's natural lines, as if the light itself is weaving through the folds, bringing the garment to life. For the farmer's dress, we embark on a journey to the sea with a 50-50 mix of black-gray and ocean blue. This blend will soon unfold into a vibrant turquoise, mirroring the endless sky above. We now turn our attention to the leather elements, starting with matte brown. This base color is the foundation for items that will tell a story of work and wear, integral to our farmers' lives. The journey of this leather begins with a coat of matte brown. This choice roots our miniature in a world where every detail contributes to the narrative of the daily farm life. As we paint the wood, using the same browns enriches our palette, blending function and form. Highlighting the wood grains, we draw parallels between the farmers and their tools. Highlights with flat earth bring out the leather's texture and edges. This method adds contrast and depth, like sunlight casting shadows and defining shapes in the farmer's world. A 50-50 mix of flat earth and khaki enhances the wood and leather highlights. Echoing our approach with the leather, we similarly highlight these elements, bringing out their texture and shape. This detail not only adds realism, but also tells of the craftsmanship in their tools and environment. Moving on to the detailed work, we begin with the ropes and the female farmer's finer details, adding layers of life and story with each stroke. With Basalt Gray, we paint the bucket full of fish, giving them a solid base. A 50-50 mix of Basalt Gray and Wolf Gray brings volume to the fish, highlighting their form and contributing to the overall dynamic of the farm scene. The farmer's hair will be a vibrant orange, starting with burnt red as the base to ensure a rich, lively color, symbolizing their fiery spirits and hardy nature. Imagining these farmers as siblings, we unify them with a shared hair color, weaving a familial bond into our narrative and adding depth to the characters. We begin highlighting the hair with a mix of burnt red and hot orange, carefully marking individual strands. This blend allows us to adjust the vibrancy of the orange to match their personalities. The fabric parts are painted using the same palette as the farmer's shirt, maintaining the color harmony throughout the miniature and tying together the elements of the attire. We now prep the metallic elements with black, setting the stage for the metallic paints to shine. This foundational step is key to achieving a realistic metallic sheen. If you're interested in painting more metallics, make sure you check our Goblin painting guides, where we feature a lot of metallic parts and crazy explosions. The chicken receives a base of basalt gray, starting our journey into painting the smaller yet significant elements that bring the farm scene to life. Highlighting begins with a 60% basalt gray and 40% ivory mix, ensuring the chicken isn't stark white but has a soft, luminous appearance, adding realism to its feathers. Applying the final lights with a 70% ivory and 30% basalt gray mix creates a striking contrast, making the chicken appear brightly lit and vibrant within the scene. The chicken's beak, comb, and legs are painted white for saturation, laying a vivid foundation for the next layers of color. Over the white, we apply sun yellow to the beak and legs, and then scarlet blood to the comb, achieving a vibrant, saturated color that brings the chicken to life with stunning realism. The stitches are accentuated with decked tan, standing out against darker elements and enhancing the visual interest and detail of the clothing. For the apron, we use burnt red as a base, layering scarlet blood for the highlights. This process not only defines the volume, but also adds a pop of color to her attire. The metallic elements are given life with Leadbelcher, mirroring the approach taken with the male farmer and tying their visual themes together. Carefully, we paint the eyes using a fine-tipped brush for precision, filling the sockets with black as a base for the intricate details to come. Wolf Grey is used for the eyeball, setting the stage for the final touches that will bring the expression and soul to our figures. A dot of black simulates the iris, a small but crucial detail that adds depth and realism to their gazes. The bases are our final frontier, painted with matte brown as the base layer, tying the scene to the earth from which it sprung. With dry brushing flat earth, we highlight the terrain and wood, bringing out the texture and details that make the base as engaging as the figures it supports. A mix of flat earth and khaki is used for the wood highlights, following the same direction as the bucket, to ensure consistency and realism. This step enhances the wood's texture, making it a focal point of the base. The base color for the rocks is painted with basalt gray, setting a solid foundation for the rugged elements of our scene. We apply dry brushing on the rocks with a 50-50 mix of basalt gray and wolf gray, creating a natural, rugged appearance that complements the scene. Deep green is used for the base color of the grass, providing a lush, dark foundation that suggests life and vitality within our farm scene. With grass green, we paint the high points of the grass to create a contrast between the dark and light green. This adds depth and vibrancy, making the grass appear more lifelike. The rails of the pathway are treated with the same metallic process, starting with black for depth and then using Leadbelcher for a realistic metallic finish, adding another layer of detail to our farm. Moving to the second base, we apply the techniques we've mastered quickly, painting it with the same attention to detail and thematic consistency. Wood and metal elements are applied, ensuring that both figures and their bases are tied together not just by the theme, but also by the color and texture. In this guide, we've used consistent colors across two different figures, achieving a harmonious color scheme that visually unites them as part of the same set. This approach allows for a cohesive collection while maintaining a unified look. And that's it! This concludes our Dwarven Brewcrop Farmers painting tutorial. By following these steps, you've not only brought to life these miniatures, but also woven a story of labor, life, and the lushness of the farm they inhabit. Share your journey, your results, and continue to explore the vast, colorful world of miniature painting. Thank you for joining me in this creative adventure, and I'll see you in the next one.